Hello, happy Sunday, everybody. How you guys doing? Today, I want to talk about a topic we discussed last time. When I say ways to save your marriage when your in-law hates you. Ways to save your marriage when your in-law hates you. If today is your first time in this channel or watching me in this channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, on the notification button so that whenever I upload the video, you will be the first to see the video and play the video. If you are watching this video on Facebook, please help me to share it more to anyone who is your friend on Facebook. And also, if you are watching it on YouTube, please, you can share to your community. People are willing to see a video like this that could help them in their marital affair and their relationships. So today, as we said the last time, how to save your marriage when your in-law hates you. When you discover your in-law hates you, it's not enough for you to be fighting your in-law. After all, she's still your husband, mother. There are ways you can resolve the issue in a matured way so that there will be peace, so that you wouldn't be the one that bring division in that family. Because whatsoever you do, you are the target. You will be tagged the bad wife or the good wife. So if you play the game very well, you become a good wife. When you play it in a way that does not please anyone, you become a bad wife. So it is better to be a good wife than to be a bad wife. Confronting a disrespectful and controlling mother-in-law. How should I respond to my spouse's mother when she disapproves of my parental style and speaks to me disrespectfully in front of my husband and my children? I've put up with this for years, but I've reached my limits. There are so many things you can still do. Don't give up. Don't give up. Marriage is a class. It's a different world of its own. It is a class where you learn so many things, where you overbear, where you tolerate. Marriage is a class where you come to study a different culture, a different attitude, a different behavior, a different characters. Marriage is a class where you have to tolerate whatsoever just to get a peace in that relationship, in that marriage. Because once you get in, you cannot go back. So you have to amend your way that will benefit you and the children that you are putting in that marriage, in that family. Brings a change of allegiance. Before marriage, one's allegiance is to the parents. After marriage, allegiance shifts to one's mates. Before marriage, your allegiance is to your parents. Your parents control you. Your parents tells you what to do, when to go out, when to come in, who to work with and who not to work with. Someone follow Christ or not, but Christians knows that it is a fundamental truth in book of Genesis chapter 2 verse 24 says that a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. Jesus repeats this commandment in Matthew chapter 19 verse 4 and 6 and Mark chapter 10 verse 6 to 8. Bible did not say when the man cleave to his wife, the mother will also join them, neither the father join them. No. He said both of them become one. It means that both of them will decide on what they want in their own home. They don't need to be waiting for the approval of their in-law before they take any decision or anything in their home. Once they are married, they become one flesh. This is what Bible says, and which is the truth. When Abraham married Sarah, and God asked Abraham to leave the father and the mother and go to a place where he's going to show him, Abraham did not leave his wife at home for the parents and say, wait for me, let me go. If that place is okay, I will come and take you. Abraham took his wife along with him to that journey because they are one. This is how marriage is supposed to be. The husband and wife supposed to be agreeing on the thing without waiting for approval, or let me ask my mother first, let me ask my father first. No, your father and your mother's opinion are no longer needed in your home, because you are now father and mother in your own house. This is another family now. When you marry your wife, both of you become another family. Aside from your mother and father, they have their own family. You now extend that family to build your own family. So you don't need any approval from them before you can do anything in your own home. You decide on how you live your life with your wife and your children, how you train your children. Your mother cannot tell you, oh, I don't want my children, my grandchildren to walk like this. I don't want them to dress like this. It's none of her business what your children dress, because it's your family. It is your responsibilities. But when you are facing such challenges, it does not warrant you insulting your mother-in-law. After all, she's still she's still your husband's mother. There are ways both of you can settle things, and there will be peace in that marriage. In this context, to become one flesh, to live and cleave, means that when a couple marries, they are supposed to create a new family. A new family that unites. A new family that speaks one voice. A new family that believes in themselves. A new family that loves themselves. A new family that is not expecting another opinion to override their own. Because they are matured enough, that is why they become a family. And that new family is distinct and separated from their families of origin. What is more, they have to give this new family a priority over the old one. If they can't do that, or if they are not allowed to, their marriage will be painful instead of a success story. With that as background, it is clear that your mother-in-law does not have a right to treat you with disrespect. According to the Bible, your husband is responsible to defend you and your children. If he is afraid to or doesn't want to rock the boat, we encourage you to talk to him about it. Instead of picking quarrel with your mother-in-law or quarreling with your husband. After all, your mother-in-law is not a kid. She's old enough to know what is good. Do not, because of your mother-in-law, be fighting your husband or separating from your marriage because of your mother. First, you and your husband will decide what boundaries you will set. There should be boundary between you and your husband and your mother-in-law. There should be a boundary between your mother-in-law and you and your spouse, so that there will be a mutual respect. Everyone will know his or her boundary. Let him know that you have some important things to discuss away from the kids, and make a date. Lovely and patiently share your feelings about your mother-in-law's attack and criticisms. Explain that it is time for both of you to set some firm boundaries with her. Point out that you can't do this alone and that you are counting on his support, because this is your mother-in-law and not your mother. You and your husband must agree about what to do. This is the only way it works. Your husband must be on your side. Taking turns or taking your side doesn't mean that he must disrespect the mother. Being on your side doesn't mean that he must fight the mother or say a nasty word to the mother. No. She's still his mother. He must give her that respect. But there must be a boundary. There are ways you deal with this issue so that everyone will know his or her boundary. Then you and your husband need to talk with your mother-in-law. The three of you should sit down together. Let know that thing that are going to be different in your relationship from this point forward. Let her know. Let her know that things that are going to be different in your relationship from this point forward. Your husband should take the lead in the conversation. Husband should take the lead in the conversation. He should tell his mother that her constant ridicule of you hurt him deeply, and that he won't accept it any longer. He should be clear that unless she makes a sincere effort to change her attitude and behavior, she won't be welcome in your home. It's not an insult. It's not a quarrel. It's not fighting. It's a boundary. Now, let's be honest. Given her track record, it is likely that your mother-in-law will react in anger. She might play the mind to try to make you and your husband feel guilty of confronting her, which is very common in African mother-in-laws. My son is beating me. My son's wife fought me. They chased me out of their house. But it was just a confrontation to resolve an issue. They twist it to favor them. They twist things to favor them in order to put the blames on you. But stand your ground. refuse to be manipulated. Boundaries produce power in love. And unless she is prepared to admit her fault and make some significant changes, you may also want to consider limiting her access to your children. Because if they can't get you, they can get your children. They can manipulate your children against you. But there is a way to contain that by limiting her access to your children. Limiting her access to your children. We don't know all the details, but it can't possibly be in their best interests to spend much time with a woman who's so mean. Maybe her desire to see her grandchildren will motivate her to check her action and attitude. For today, I always don't like to bother you and take much of your time. I will be stopping here today. Then we will continue in our next episode, setting clear boundaries. This will be our next topic, setting clear boundaries. So for now, if you are visiting me, as I said before, this is Matt J Family Show. We talk about marriage, family, and relationship. What to do and what not to do. How to live with your marriage, in your marriage, so that there will be peace. Thank you for watching me. Please do give me a notification on your notification button. Give me that subscription. Leave your comments. And for those who have been following me, I really appreciate your comments. I so much appreciate your comments. God bless you for all your comments, for your encouragement. God bless you and God bless you. Thank you and bye for now.